It's week 1 of the NFL, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Steelers and the Falcons. All that and more coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them. Because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February.
Started now, the kicker Chris Boswell, and we are underway here on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man getting the start here in week 1, a big test for their rookie quarterback.
And to say that this is a big spot is the classic understatement. It's a ton of pressure on this rookie quarterback as he gets to play right away. And let's face it, he's trying to take in every moment from his first start, but at the same time, he's got to focus on what's in front of him.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now a play fake here on first down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they will be led out by a young man making his first NFL start.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. A short one there to Freiermuth. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Boy, fingers crossed here. 1st quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. 2nd and 4. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. That time a 9-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Falcons first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. They go play action here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Here is 3rd and 5.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
The Steeler offense set to regain possession. They take over here with good field position thanks to that nice return after the interception, as they're already in the red zone, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense set to go.
And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
As they've got it as we resume action.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side. There's London. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. He'll look to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Excellent catch there by Pitts, and there are many players in this position who can rival the type of athleticism he brings to the table. Here in year 4, the Falcons, they're expecting a monster year from him.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball.
Robinson up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Now back to throw, and that is incomplete. Broken up that time by Joey Porter Jr.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They'll set up to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Extra point now by Boswell. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. Back to throw.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Brings up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Back to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
On fourth down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
The Steelers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They'll look to throw.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. That is caught.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Coup now for the point after.
And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Got an open man. It's Pickens.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And 3rd and 8 now. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where you see the final score there. Jalen Wright, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. 3rd and 4.
They'll look to throw here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Here's 3rd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Falcons offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. In motion goes the tight end. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And in the second half of a tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
His dad certainly had a few of these. Joey Porter Jr. there for the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Falcons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Back to throw now on 1st down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Folks, remember this, his first NFL game, a rookie getting playing time here in week 1, and he comes through with a giant play there, an interception return for, obviously, his first NFL touchdown.
Do you think he dreamed that last night at all? No chance. Not one whatsoever, but he got it done.
Boswell for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw here.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
A first carry for Tyler Algier.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Got London on a slam.
A quick slam, good for 8 and a first.
Robinson on a give right side.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo.
He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that'll bring him back within 4.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
The Steelers send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day.
McLeod to return it.
And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be Falcon football.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Got a man, it's London.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and a yard.
At the 42-yard line.
He'll look to throw.
That's complete to Mooney.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
So a nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
At the 45-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
From the 33, here's second down at a yard.
At the 33-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
That good for 19 and a first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And the Falcons are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Catch is made by Metcalf.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's a give up the middle. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
2nd and 6 coming up. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Now we'll pause for an injury here. That's George Pickens, the receiver who's in some discomfort. The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's third down.
Back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game.
First read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this week 1 contest. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Atlanta, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.